What are the next Pokemon games? Hi, it's Yumi here and today, I'm gonna talk about what are the next Pokemon games to be released after Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. There's a lot of speculation around the internet, so if you want to leave your predictions in the comments I'd be happy to read them. But let's start with the most obvious. Without a doubt this year we will have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. I bet we will have a DLC of these games even though in Pokemon Sword and Shield we had 2 DLC in the same year, with the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. But I think the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC will surpass these previous ones together if we talk about quality and duration. With this content, Pokemon would have its yearly release covered. So we move on to 2024. Considering the leaks around the internet and the current state of the Nintendo Switch, it is very likely that Nintendo's next console will come out in 2025, although it could also come out in late 2024. So in my opinion we should have at least one more Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch and that game would come out in 2024. And here, several options are open. On the one hand, we could have another DLC with a lot of content from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because as I said before I think we will only have one DLC this year. That would be the safest and most viable bet for Game Freak. But knowing Pokemon, I highly doubt that over the course of 2 years we will only have 2 DLC and not a single complete game. So in this year we could have a new game similar to Pokemon Legends Arceus, a game that the community loved so much, but this time it will be based in another region. In that case my bet would be Johto or Unova. And speaking of Unova, the Gen 5 remakes will most likely come out for the new Nintendo console. We have never had 2 Pokemon remakes on the same console, so it is unlikely that we will have Pokemon Black and White remakes on Nintendo Switch, unless ILCA develops it in the same way as with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which would be another big disappointment for fans of the saga. The next game that could come out would be a Let's Go style game but in Johto. Pokemon Let's Go was the game that Game Freak developed to start the Pokemon era on Nintendo Switch, so it would even be poetic to close it with a Let's Go style game. Finally, we could have a game totally different from the rest, even developed by another company, something in the style of Pokemon Coliseum, or instead a continuation of a Pokemon spin-off or even a new spin-off. With one of these games we would have the year 2024 covered. And now for 2025 we all can agree that it will be the year of the 10th generation of Pokemon, and it will be released on Nintendo's new console. Game Freak has been releasing a new generation of Pokemon every 3 years for a long time now, so it's certainly the most likely game we'll have that year, and it makes sense that Nintendo would want to take advantage of the release of the 10th generation of Pokemon to sell their new console. What do you think? What games do you believe we will have in the next 3 years? Leave it in the comments and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching the video, and by the way, if you would like to play the sequel to Pokemon Black and White 3, there is a ROM hack where you can do it. Tap the video on screen to know more about it.